I am so grateful that a new year is not about how it starts, but how it finishes, and that we have 365, sometimes 366, like this year of 2020, to change how it started and to make different decisions and go in new directions, blaze new trails, and to grow in new ways. And no matter how your 2020 has started, I want to encourage you, friend, to take heart by reflecting how far you've come. And if you're not in the habit of taking inventory through journaling or through keeping a planner, I want to encourage you, 2020, make it the year to do those two things. Because having a plan determines where you go. You aim at nothing, you hit it every time, I've heard it said. But when you aim at something precisely, the same is true. You'll hit it every time. Just a matter of time and persistence. I just reflected over 2019. It's already the 6th day of January. It's not the ideal for me personally. I love taking January 31st or December 31st and taking that day and looking back and looking at all that's happened, looking at the areas I've grown in, looking at the areas I've struggled in, and then taking in some of the major milestones. And tonight, or now early morning, I've composed the numbers, I've looked back, I've reflected, I've reevaluated, I've recalculated, and now I'm on the path of restoration and greater growth. And I just want to share that journey very briefly, as I've taken a fast off of Facebook for a number of months here, the close of 2019. I also took a fast from all alcohol. Surprise for some of you, but I do enjoy a good beer, a glass of wine, sometimes a mixed drink every once in a while. I believe these are gifts from God. If they become something that is overshadowing or overpowering, I believe it's unhealthy and it becomes a vice. So I do what I call a vice fast from some technique I've picked up from someone that I listen to often named Darren Hardy. He calls it a vice fast, just to see if something has a grip. And I think it's something very important to do as a leader, as a follower of Jesus, as someone who is desiring to live with intentionality and excellence. I don't want anything to have a grip on me. So just wanted to let you in on the little inside scoop of my life on that level, and share, man. And if you've never done that, I encourage you to take 30 days and abstain from something to see if it really has a grip on you, or if it's something good, just need to take a break. Either way, you win by taking a break. So I dropped Facebook, I dropped drinking of all sorts of alcohol, and I also took other breaks and fasts, and it's been clarifying, and I'm glad I did it. Learned some good lessons, but brand new year, brand new start, and I'm excited to jump back in and to enjoy those gifts in moderation, and also sometimes just enjoy them, because life is a gift to be richly enjoyed. And I didn't have that perspective a few days ago. 2019 was a very difficult ending, as it was the very first time that Emery coded in our home. It was a very, very traumatic and scary experience. We really thought that she was going to be going home. It was so sudden. Her oxygen dipped from 76 to about 15 in less than a minute. No joke, I don't exaggerate that. It happened fast. And Kimberly and I were working, strategizing what do we need to do, working on the typical procedures in emergency, but nothing was working. I'm on the line with 911. Get here now, my daughter's turning blue and going unconscious, and she did. It was scary as all get out, as the fire department of Colorado Springs and the paramedics stormed our home and got her in, and it felt like a scene from an emergency room on a TV show, honestly, friends, as they were working on her. It was frantic, it was intense, it was very scary, but she is still with us, and we get to start 2020 as a family, and so grateful. And I'm so grateful. In reflection, I find restoration. I believe you will too, if you take the time and you really step back and you reflect and you look at how far you've come. The only reason to look back is not to condemn, to criticize, or get down. It's to see how far I've come. That's why I look back. No other reason. I want to take the lessons that I need to learn and learn them, and change things that I need to change. I want to be intentional, to celebrate the victories, but also to take in some of the critical numbers, the things that happen. And I just want to share a few of those in reflection of 2019. It was a year marked by three things. I really felt it was summarized by three things. Stressful stretching, as we brought Henry home for the first time and have just been in a constant readjusting phase with her care and the help that we need. It's been a very stretching journey. It's been a year of great growth in so many arenas. Getting control of our finances and getting very close to getting debt-free, growing physically, emotionally, spiritually, in so many arenas. And it was also a tipping point of transformation, physically, emotionally, spiritually. There was a lot here. There was a lot of good that happened in this year. And it's so easy when something goes really wrong at the end to write everything off. And that's what I initially did. I've got to confess, I really was down. I was depressed, I was discouraged, and I was beat down in every arena, emotionally, spiritually, physically. And I share that because I know some of you maybe had a rough ending as well. But I want to encourage you, that doesn't define or overshadow all the things God did in the year. And I want to encourage you to take a step back, as I did, and reflect, because there's a lot of good that's come about. And it was a year of stretching. We were in the hospital in the ER 6 different occasions with Emery, taking ambulance, I believe, every time. She was admitted 3 of those 6 times, and she was diagnosed her second visit at the end of August with a new obstacle called Fanconi syndrome. And she was transported from Colorado Springs Hospital to a Children's Hospital in Denver. It was her longest stay of 9 days and 9 nights. And the last day, we're thankful she came home because it was a close call, and we really believe she was given back to us. And perspective is everything. Perspective colors everything. And I know what it's like to have a skewed perspective, one that's just depressed, discouraged, disoriented. I know that well. I've been there, even in the last few days, and I'm so grateful in the obedience to reflect, remember, and to celebrate all the things God did in this year. My heart was restored. So the pathway to restoration is to reflect, to give thanks, celebrate, and to learn and grow. There's power in reflection, friends. I want to encourage you to reflect, remember, and be restored. We took our longest road trip as a couple, Kimberly and I, 1,474 miles in just a couple days, traveling from Colorado Springs to Macon, Georgia. Went through quite a few states on the trip: Kentucky, Kansas, Tennessee, Alabama, Illinois, Missouri, and Georgia. Epic ride to add our newest addition, cutest, sweetest addition, Rory, Beagle puppy, to the family. I read a total of 18 books. My hunger for learning jumped, skyrocketed with the power of influence of hungry, ambitious learners that I've surrounded myself with. It's been amazing. Pick up a new book. Don't miss out on the opportunity to grow. Books aren't just for college or school, friends. They're for life. A life of a rich life in every capacity, in every arena. That's what I'm finding. And all that said, what a journey. So much more. Getting to step into sonship, the identity that Jesus gave everything to give to us, to restore us from a mentality of constant working and striving to a place of rest, a place of peace, a place of security, from slavery to sonship. And that in itself was epic transformation unfolding the whole year. I was striving so much, thinking it was all dependent on me, and it's something I've fought my whole life. And I'm going to continue to fight, but I believe I stepped into a new level of restoration, understanding my identity that Jesus finished the work. And yes, there's more work to be done as I work out my salvation with fear and trembling, but in that place, I'm not working to become, I'm working from a place of already being. Out of my being, I do, instead of out of my doing, I become. This shift is powerful, friend. I hope you catch it. The power of sonship, power of freedom, being set free from a spiritual orphan to a well-loved son. That's a game changer. I love you guys. And 2019, peace out. 2020, the best is yet to come. I'm fired up, and I hope you are too.